Hey everybody, GTX, what's up? We are going to be doing a little animal testing tonight. Got ourselves a full load of mixed rations here. We're going to take it up to the cow farm, buy us up some cows, and see if we can't make sure everything works. The various triggers and whatnot. Then we're going to go pick up some more nuggets. Need to make sure we can get all 100. See, we've got a fair number still left in the woods to hunt down. And an update, since our last stream on the map, it was discovered that there was an issue with placeables. And that's why I couldn't put down the silos, the silo displays. So got that figured out. Interestingly enough, it was a problem with a Seasons texture file, a Seasons XML texture file. Once that was corrected, then I could put down the displays. And I wanted to go ahead and show you all those because there are 4 silos on the map that only take one specific crop. One of them is over here. Hey Milo, what's up? Oh, we got a gate here, but we'll just jump out and jump over. So we have a GSI tank over here, and this one is configured to only accept corn. This tank only accepts corn, and it has a capacity of 553,000 liters, thanks to the wonderful GTX LS Mod Company silo display. And you need an auger. Back on up here. So you'll need an auger to put corn in the top, or an auger to fill in from the top. And then you'll be able to come up here under any trailer and fill out. I believe in the final version of the map, there's going to be signs on the silos. Hey, DoughBoy, what's up? Well, I did hear from where am I at? Oh, I did hear from CCS 101 that if nothing major is found, he might be uploading it very soon to FSUK for testing. So I don't know if I should say or guess that we're maybe within 2 weeks of general availability. But I'd say that might be a fairly safe guess. Hey Ed, what's up? That's one reason why we're over here playing with animals today, is we are going to see, let's go ahead and buy us up some sheep. Well, I don't think we need that many. That should be good enough. Buy the sheep and build a sheep trough. And we have in this tractor some grass. What I don't know is which side this trigger is on. Can we get in here? On this side, probably on the other side. And now we'll figure out where the full pellets spawn. Alright, check you later, DoughBoy. Now, see if we can't figure out where the cow trigger is. I assume it's going to be over here. Oh, looky, there it is. Let's get ourselves... No, we got... Let's go to 10 cow. Alright. Hey, Northeast Rail. Now let's fill up the cow water trough. Is that one? See if we can't figure out where this stuff goes. Oh, are they overlapping? Let's see here. Is there a... I think the grass trough is over there. Swing around. Let's go check that out. Say, alright. Okay, Echo. Got grass in it. Over here. I guess they're close. Real close to each other. Oh, I see what you mean by the numbers. Is that what you're talking about? The numbers overlapping because I'm basically in between the two? Okay. Oh no! Oh look, we didn't get annihilated by traffic. First time on the map we would have got annihilated by the traffic. So it's definitely kinder and more gentle. Now we'll use our excess grass here to put a little bit in there. And put that in there. Is it set to automatic? are... Okay. Apparently it was set to automatic. Alright. So obviously that works. And got generators running. It's pretty cool. Alright. Let's get over here and let's go through this way. Since they share a common pasture. Okay. No trigger in there, I guess. Straw, maybe. Alright, we got a fill plane for silage, but we didn't have a fill plane for grass. Right. Let's see, did this one over here fill up too? Okay. Oh look, that cow's getting out of the wrong trough, buddy. Alright. Now we're gonna go check out the pigs. Well, first let me make a note here on a couple things. To CCS. Sheep and cow. Okay. All right. Let's take this over to the pig area and see if we can't get ourselves some pigs and feed them. And the straw is over there. So once we're done with the straw from the pigs, we will bring it back over here and get it to the cows. Well, Milo Valley, there's a link, should be a link to my Discord, or to my Discord in the description. And I can show you a couple more of those silos. There's one right in front of us here. The one way over there, the, what was it, the GSI one? Way over there. Then we have the Brock one here, holds wheat, 471,000 liters of wheat. And this one you'll need the Sandusky auger to fill from. And you'll also need an auger to put it in the top. Like I said, the next version of the map that I don't have yet has the signs on it. Oh, okay. I just saw your note about Discord and friend. Just send me a friend request. It's fine. And then there's one over here by the compost master. This one takes soybeans, 240,000 liters. Again, you need a auger to fill to, but you can just come up and fill from a trailer. So here we put fuel in the compost master, so we can fire up our compost master with our leftover potatoes. Hey Darren, what's up? There's my train of trailers. And this one takes canola. 240,000 liters of canola. Then of course you can put your root crops in this building back here. So the idea around those silos was that you could put the crop in that you need to feed your pigs, and then you don't have to run around and run all the way back to your main farm. Hey Kurt, what's up? Alright, well I don't know if I'm going to be able to get around here with this big train of trailers, so I'm just going to go one at a time after we buy some. This is up here. There we go. Set up some pigs. I'm seeing more and more maps come already prepared with the water trough. In fact, I just saw that Stop-and-Bach was released with an update today that included the water trough add-on. Much easier to feed our pigs than from Midtown. Anybody played Midtown? It's pretty hard to feed the pigs there. Oh, I got a little bit of mud there. I was going to use the little HUD, but I thought I would just plop those down real quick. I mean, the HUD would have worked. What we can do is we can run these back to the main farm. And then we'll make sure our silo takes all our crops. Straw. Where is it? Where do we think the straw is? It's right here. It's probably the buy trigger though. Oh, there we are. Got our slippery mud. All right. That worked. The mud does dry out. At least on this one it does. This is the first map that I've, according to CCS 101, this is the first map that's got dynamic mud. We demonstrated that in the first stream, but that's okay. We got rain in the forecast. If it rains, you're going to see this thing get sloppy mud. In fact, field 12 here, field 12, which is directly in front of us, it is half price because it's kind of muddy. It has drainage problems. You want a good deal on a field 12, but you might have problems. You might have problems with it. Yeah, if it's dry. So let's get out and let's buy our Weepster here. There, it's under. You see the ground is at 10% moisture. So the drier the ground is, the less mud you'll get. The wetter the ground is, the more mud you'll get pretty much everywhere. I mean, it has the pig mud look. You know, it still has this texture to it. It's just, trust me, that this amount of mud is very little compared to what we get if it's really wet. If it's really wet, it's real sloppy back there. Alright, let's put this in the compost master. See if we can't get some compost running. Okay. We'll hear that running in a moment. Yeah, I don't know how the mud works, but yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a script because it somehow it pays attention to the moisture content of the ground, and when it rains, it gets really muddy really quick. Then, depending on your forecast, your weather, it will slowly dry out over time. That's one reason I think you don't see mud on console maps, I think. Our compost master is running. That's good. Hey, Steve. I've redone the video for Sussex Farm. And he's done an interesting thing where he doesn't really have mud, but he has, I guess he's somehow lowered the terrain layer. But then painted over the top is a dirt texture. So it, oh, and I forgot to do that. So it shows you the, it looks like regular ground, but then when you drive on it, your tractor or your truck just sinks down in it. And I forgot there's a cool area where there's a hurlerman that is kind of sunk down in the mud. But I forgot to show it on my video. I just thought about that. Alright. Dump the straw in here. Here. That is slurry. It's there. There we go. Alright, no straw unless it shows up somewhere there. So do we have a straw over here now? Oh, alright. I'll put a note in there for that. I'll put that in there. Alright. Send him that note. I'm sure he'll watch the stream later and see it. So right now I'm using the southwest or southeast geo, but supposedly there's going to be a geo that's more correct to Florida weather in the release or soon after the release. Yeah, the water in the trough is pretty cool. That is a pretty cool feature. I know lots of folks have said it would be cool if there was a water collection mod that you could basically, you know, you had water that was come off your rain gutters down into a tank, and then you could fill up from there. So this is kind of like that, where water just goes in the water trough because it's out there in the open. that. Got our massive silo system here. I think something else that's been corrected. What? What? That there. Wonder if that other trough that was empty is the sheep grass trough. That might be awful confusing. So there you go, GTX. That's a typical American-looking trailer. 2 axles in the far rear. Sometimes they've got a thing here toward the front where you can shift this first axle forward a little bit. Or sometimes you can shift both of them forward to help it turn better. That's what I'm going to use to that's what I'm going to use to test the milk a bit. Chicken! I'm gonna play chicken. Try not to roll the truck. It's a little top heavy now. Whoa. See a little bit of mud there. Not too bad, it's just a little bit. Alright, let's see here. So, look at that. Okay. Sorry about that bump. I hit my, trying to scratch and I hit my mic. So that's interesting. Grass trough for the sheep are over here. But the water trough for the sheep are over here. Which to me kind of indicated that that was the grass trough, the sheep. that's actually the grass trough for the cows. And that's the silage trough for the cows. A straw trigger. If we got some mud in here. Donuts in this old pickup. I think that might be a little confusing to folks. Alright. Now, let's figure out where we might have some wool. Oh, yeah. Wool's under the tarp here. Alright, so now we know where the wool goes. Alright. That's right. Who parked the trailer there? Well, I did. Let's figure out where the milk comes out at. So here's a tank. So on churn, it just came right out of there. It didn't need a didn't need anything. Got milk? Hey, we got a little milk. We'll let that accumulate. We're going to go find some nuggets. Gonna head around in style. I have to say, he's been a little tricky. It's been tricky. I found a couple up in a tree. And now he's putting them in the grass. It's just not cool. Time to cheat a little bit. Just tear across the field here. There we go. Open the train to come through. Well, there's collisions on the fence. I think you're gonna have to go the long way around. All right. Oh, where is it? There it was. Run over here and get this one. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, good. We ran right into it. All right. Let's just see if we can't walk around and get some of these. The deep forest of the Emerald Coast. Oh, look, we got a normal tree in here. How did he get in here? That one. That one. It sounds, Kiwi, like maybe you got the hose node wrong. These are fairly easy to get to. Oh, look, we got a dead tree in here. Maybe it will foliage out later. Well, you're gonna have some serious fun deforesting this map. Those look like they're all in a nice, interesting row. I go over here and just make our way back to the car. Go. Is. We're going to check this out because nobody likes to spend all that time hunting. Oh, we missed it. Nobody likes to spend all that time hunting nuggets and then find out that they are not available. Oh, floater. Found my floater. Oh, you meanie. Being mean. Look at that. He put it in that tall brush. That is just mean. You know what? Oh. It's going to make you look for him, that's for sure. There it is. We're getting there. Now, I will tell you that I ran into a problem with classic problem that you find sometimes on maps with nuggets is when the nugget is too close to the edge of the map, you don't get the little indicator. And there were 4 or 5 that were toward the south. Let's zoom in and just see if we can't find a couple that aren't there. So if you find a nugget dot over here by the edge, if you zoom out, you'll see that, like, for example, this milk cell point, okay? We zoom out, it's gone. Zoom in, and now it's back. But if you just, like, zoomed out all the time, you're like, well, I don't see a milk cell point. but it's right there. So there were a few nuggets down here along the bottom that were not visible until I zoomed in. There's one. Zoom out. Oh, it's gone. Another one. Out and it's gone. So we know there's 2 over there. 3 over there. Right. We know there's 3 over there that we need to get. That's just general advice for nugget hunters in general. Hey, Alien Jim, what's up? I was just talking about your map a little bit ago, Sussex Farm, where we're talking about mud, and I was saying how you don't really have mud so much as somehow you've, I guess, dug the terrain down, and oh, can we climb this? Let's hope we can. We've dug the terrain down, and but there's still a dirt layer on it, and you drive over it, and then you sink down in the dirt. Can I get it from underneath? There. I don't think I can climb that, but what we're gonna do? Kind of fly up here. Check it out. Well, don't see too much. That's pretty. Let's just check this forest out. See how extensive it really is. And I was really upset because when I mentioned that, I realized that I never went and showed the hurlerman that's stuck down in the hole. Look at that. That's how extensive the forest is. So the water down there, that's that corner of the map. Those silos, that's that corner of the map. There's your main farm. Blue silos are the cow farm. That's the other edge over there. So, a big portion of the map is just this forest. Y'all aren't afraid of heights, because we're falling. There we go. Superman 2-point touchdown. Y'all haven't seen the new version of Sussex Farm, I encourage you to go check it out in the mod hub. Lots of cool little Easter eggs all throughout the map for you to discover and play with. Oh my gosh, we got this thing. That's an instant sell. Stuck. Alright, where did you put it? Sneaky. 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 Buried in these tall weeds. But nothing beats the cabin on Kleinhau with the whip and the weird music and the guy screaming or doing something. I mean, that just makes you want to leave pretty quick. I don't know what's going on in there, but I don't want to be out here when you guys come back out. I did. It should be out Thursday. A little late getting to it. But I did a relook. Should be out this Thursday. Oh, I hear the train. Probably won't be able to make it down there. There it goes. Won't be able to make it, but there it goes. Alright, you know what? Did it again. This tree somewhere. Oh no, it's right there. Alright, what do we got? We got one. You're missing some. Missing some. Uh-oh. Oh, we got some mud in here too. Keep it out of the trees. Where is it? Oh, see? Look at that. Look at that. I told you he puts them in the trees. Sneaky. It's gonna make you earn them. Let's see, let me just cut through here. Yeah, we're going to zoom in here in a little bit. This is a bit quicker than that's quicker than a tractor. All right. Down there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming up here to my favorite trailer, because it's got the where is it? That's not it. Just the worst part. This one, oh, there's one. Really wish there was an old pickup that was quality that you could drive. Yep. Should be about far enough. Oh, I'm too far now. I was looking at my truck, my car. Alright, let's get out of the bushes. Right in around here. I like the mega nugget. I was hoping that would give me all 90. But it didn't. Whoa! Alright. Right on top of it. We're right on top of it. It was right beside us. Still short. Here's the one I like. Trespassers will be shot. Survivors will be shot again. Go down. Okay. That's 96. Short 3. Oh, forgot. We do have indestructible mailboxes. So for all those people that have had their mailbox taken out by hoodlums, you should like the map where we got indestructible mailboxes. I bet you down here by this trailer. All right. 90, we're short 3. Short, let's turn off all these spots. In all the way. When in doubt, I'll have to jump in editor and figure out which one we got missing. It's always a fun task. Alright, well, I'll have to do that after this stream. Figure out where the 90, where the other 3 are. It's, yep. Pick up. Go sell some wool. See how that works. Alright. Wool sell point. There's the green beam. Then we'll go and get some milk and sell it off. The train goes in and out of a tunnel, but the train doesn't go through a tunnel that's usable. And it's just an animated train, it's not drivable. There. I'll figure it. I'll find them in the. If they exist in the map, I'll find them in the editor. What I do is, or what you can do, is if you open the save game.xml, there are 100 zeros or ones that represent the nuggets, and as you discover the nugget, they turn from a 0 to a 1. Right. Load our wool, so that works. These bollards go up and down when it's open and closed. Business. So if it's 100 zeros, then you haven't found any of the nuggets. If it's 100 ones, then you have. If it's any combination of zeros and ones, then you've found some nuggets, but not all of them. So what you do is you go in and you get the painstaking task of counting digits. So you count left to right until you get to a 0, and then you make note of how many digits you've gone, and you just keep doing that until you get all of the ones you're missing. So I might be missing nugget 3, 15, and 86, let's say. Then you pull it up in editor, And then there's a giant list of hopefully in the scenograph it's easy to find the nuggets, and there's a giant list of nuggets individually, 1 to 100. So you count down 3, you click on that, and then you try to figure out where it is on the map. Then you count down 15, and you count down 83. And once you find them on the map, then you can go back in game and pretty much figure out where they are. Or hopefully figure out why the spot's not showing up. You know, there was a nugget on Coleborough Park that that was off the map, way up in the air. So its hotspot never showed up because it was off the map. This mud's going to be horrible in the rain. But I want to figure out which nuggets I'm missing so I can send him a message and say I couldn't locate nuggets, you know, 1, 3, and 87. Say. So the train runs this line up here. It comes through every so often. I'll hang out and wait for it. Oh, look. Let's walk the train line. Definitely didn't see it. Let's walk the train line. Maybe might find the others. Looking. Oh. Map edge. It is. Yep. It's the boundary. It ain't going that further. Alright. We're not driving down in here because we got that. There it is. There it is. There's the train. Not as long as the abandoned forest, but it's pretty nice. Got some old box cars in there. Alright. Let's go look, see if we can't hunt down those other two on the train tracks. Then we'll get to something else. I guess we'll sell milk. No nugget up there. This is where we found that one. Hey, Huntmaster, what's up? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That was a quick one. I thought I saw a nugget right before I heard the train. That would be a scare to get hit by that thing. You're right, I thought I saw a nugget up here. Maybe I didn't. Oh. One more. One more. It'll be a lot easier to find one than four. The editor. Alright. It's not up here on top. We already found one up here. Alright. Like I said, we're gonna figure it. We'll figure it out in editor. I guess I could have used that tanker for milk. I didn't even think about it. It's too bent up on using the other milk tanker. Hey, Farmer John. Oh, we didn't lose it. We just don't know where it is. We'll find it in a bit. It's probably the classic nugget on the edge of the map that just refuses to show up. Actually, I'm just going to go this way. Do a little cross country. I will show you where one nice nugget is. Already got it. Oh, of course, I can't jump through that one. Over here we have our trailer park. But right before the trailer park, we got this nice house with this Mercedes SUV. And inside this garage, well, there's a nugget right here at the door. And the reason is we want to see what's inside here. And oh my, this guy's got himself a rather expensive hobby. Bet we can't get that out to tool around in. Yeah, I don't know why. It just seems like this tanker does not want to do hoses, huh? It's on the other side. Go. Not a lot of milk because we haven't had much time pass, but enough to sell. Enough to sell for sure. Alright, and the milk sell point is right over there, where we've got the steam coming out. Oh, we have indestructible signs too. Be hard to get in there. Still not sure if I would sell my milk to this building. Up against a tree. There we go, we got some money. Alright. That works. So let's run into everything day. Including the mailbox. I just thought I'd come over here and just check, just in case. Find me a nugget down here. Oh well, we'll find it in the editor. Alright. What are we going to get to now? There is... Guess we should. Sell some compost. It is definitely run into everything today. Oh my, this is mud here. Alright, did I leave it? I did leave a trailer down here. It's a nice field. I want to see what it looks like in winter with all the trees defoliated. That's too. That's too far. Oh, if I'd quit. Here we go. There, it's that one. Let's go get ourselves figure out where we sell our compost. That's what's strange, Darren. It always worked for me at the placeable milk triggers, but it wouldn't work at the milk trigger on Willow, the factory milk trigger. Let's see who takes compost. No. How about the compost sales place? Look at that. There it is, way over there. We have poo. Yeah, we got a little poo. Let's see if we have any slurry. Yep, we got a trigger for slurry. I have still not gotten over that map from the mod contest. It tested perfect, but didn't have a slurry trigger at all. It was buried under the map. It still gets to me. I think we should start a campaign, Darren, that Willow River be the base map for Farm Sim 19. Oh yeah, I remember now. It's down here where these cool doors are. Oh, 20, that's a lot of money. So, compost is still a cash cow. Hey, Spectre. You done on the map? The BGA, I guess. No? Wait, there is no BGA, is there? Is there a BGA? No. Well, that's just fine and dandy. I don't have to worry about doing bunkers other than the one here at the cows. Alright. So we've done those. And done that one. '17. No mission available. 16. Oh wow, that's a big cedar for that field. Oh, hate that thing. Oh. Oh, you're kidding me. Why am I getting these ginormous cedars? Oh, I hate that tractor. Want anything tracked? Well, I guess I'll do that. field. So we're back to just checking field boundaries. See if we get the "you don't own this here" message. We get up there to the field there. Here's the tractor, the wiggle worm. Well, the big highlight of Sussex Farm, one of the big highlights of Sussex Farms is there's a racetrack. Here on Thursday night they have tractor races. Friday night they have pickup truck racing. So we got a burned out house or cabin back here in the woods. Really nice detail. I mentioned this the other stream that I had watched a Jay Leno's Garage on the Case Quad Track. It's quite an entertaining video. See how far out we can go before we get that message. That's interesting. Oh. Oh, of course I've hit F5, so I gotta do that. I didn't see the, I haven't seen too many of his videos. I just was intrigued by the quad track video. He took it out on the roads or wherever, whatever town or city he's got his garage in. I guess it's probably a suburb of LA or a fringe of LA or something. think it was a big one. It was like the 620. I'm going to go in cab, and I'm going to make a note about the field boundary on 16 and 17. I'm going to tell CCS about the sheep, the trough being on the other side. Alright, so send him that note. So what are you guys playing right now? What maps? I did a video on I did another look video on Old Slovenian Farm also, because I just for fun jumped in that one after I read the description, and I saw basically that the map had been like completely redone. Maybe 60% of the map was completely different than the first time it was when it was released, and it was quite the dramatic change. So I figured that, you know what, my video is not going to be relevant anymore, because things are just not where they were before, or things looked completely different from how they did before. So I redid that one. That'll air next Tuesday, I think. Rather surprised at how much had changed, and it almost made me wonder if, you know, maybe there were multiple people working on the concept, and maybe multiple folks were working on their own individual concepts, and maybe the wrong map got uploaded to begin with because of how different this iteration was. It wasn't simply a fix of all the problems, it was a complete redo. I mean, the base farm is fairly the same, but it's still different enough to be, you know, as if it was done by someone totally different. Hey Roy, I saw your note in Discord about the crop. So it looks like I'll be harvesting over on the Italia map, so that's what I'm describing it. Here the next couple days. Since I got Darren in chat, I'll ask him a question here related to map authoring. We tried to do Clover Creek for our multiplayer deal. Ran into lots of issues, lots of weird, obscure Lua errors that really didn't make much sense. They were related to like animated pedestrians and animals, but there aren't any animated pedestrians on the map. But at any rate, something else that we found was that in single player mode I could open the I could use the triggers to open the gates and the doors on the sheds, and the displays worked on the fermentation silos. But in multiplayer mode, the doors and gates couldn't be opened, and the displays on the fermentation silos didn't give you any information in the F1 menu. I thought that was kind of odd that it would work in single player but not work in multiplayer, to be able to open and close doors on buildings. You ever seen or heard or run into anything like that? Norhide, that's another nice one. You're into European, German kind of maps. Ah, maybe that's it, huh? Map's been out a while. Maybe for some reason the stuff's broken. There are animated animals on the map, because there's some animated animals at some of the animal buildings. Because that map would have been really nice for our project, because we had like 8 or 10 independent farms, all built out, all with their own storage, all with their own grain bins, and everything. But it would just kick random errors and blow the server up, where it just started spewing endless Luas. So I really decided I didn't really feel like spending days or weeks trying to track down weird problems. Especially since I really just consider myself a complete amateur with anything related to maps in the editor. I know enough to get very little done. almost done this one. Oh, the sun's up there. See if we can do this one again. I guess the start points aren't too terrible bad. See what happens here. That one's a little closer. Check this one. Alright, that's not too bad. So instead, we moved over to the Germantown map, which is over at FS UK. And we found a... Seems like, well, maps are difficult little beasts to do. So... Oh. This field's like that. That's... It's interesting. But we found that there's some issues with terrains on that field. Can't get over too far on this one. Or some of the fields are rather spiky and jagged. But the pig trigger from water was completely reversed. The trigger was inside the pig pen, and it's a standard farm sim pig pen, so there's no way to get into it. But luckily that was easy enough to fix. There's, I think, some floating hay and straw textures. Not really sure how you fix those. This collection of these 4 fields over here would be real nice for your pig farm. Put corn in one, and you got maybe your soybeans in one, wheat in one, and your root crop in another. Hey, Richard. No, this is the standard Amazon ginormous condor cedar from in-game. It's just the standard in-game big cedar. The platinum one has wings that fold forward. Well, I guess this one folds forward too. When we're done, I'll show it to you in the store. I'm not really a big fan of it myself. Yeah, my take on the floating stuff is it really didn't break gameplay. The water trigger being backwards, that definitely broke gameplay, but the other really didn't. So I didn't really feel like messing with it and tweaking it and saving it and going in game and seeing what it looked like and then going back out and so tomorrow, we will either be harvesting over on the Italia map. I gotta check it out tomorrow and see where it's at. According to Roy, it's at last growth state. Not really sure how many days it is before it goes into autumn. Or we'll be on Germantown tomorrow. We got some fertilizing to do. Maybe I'll get that done tomorrow morning. And we got to plow up some fields. Get them worked up for seeding. Hey, Byron. So it's my goal this week to stream, not only tonight, but to stream, what's tomorrow? Wednesday? So to do a Wednesday night stream, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday if possible. So 5 consecutive days of streaming, maybe 3 different maps, maybe 4 different maps. Not sure. I'm gonna do a little more testing on this before the end of the weekend. I also need to get over on Germantown to start working on my fields a little bit more earnest. I guess that little wheel is turning a gear up here. But I guess helps unload the grain out of the seed out of the hopper. Well, I look forward to your one video if you get it done. Videos are more work anyway, because you gotta edit them, then you gotta upload them. You could easily say that streaming's the lazy man's video, because you don't have to edit the thing usually, you don't have to upload it for sure. You just hit play and then when you're done you hit stop and then you go on to the next thing. But I think they both have good mediums. Sometimes it's hard to really tell a story when you stream, as opposed to pre-recorded content when you can really tell a story better. Alright, we'll see you later. I was about to ask how many of you all got hung out in that wacky weather this earlier this week and weekend. We actually had tornado warnings in our area Sunday night. There's a tornado believed to have touched down about 10 or 15 miles from us. I don't think we were ever in any real risk because we never really had any wind. We had massive downpours, but no real directional wind. Yeah, I'd say, you know, the game takes on a different dynamic when you're playing just to do it than to play with an agenda. You know, like for testing or for building your thing, you know, your own map out. Right? Because you get in, you test, then you get right back out. You never really do anything for enjoyment. I was going to show you that platinum, wasn't I? Cedars. So that's the one that we used. It's the base in-game. Here's the Platinum Edition, Stara. So they look a little bit different. I like this cedar myself. Uh-oh, what happened to the video? Oh, there we go. So I have to say, the Big Bud cedar here, though, is still one of my favorite big cedars. Although on little tractors like this, sometimes it's like it's heavy. Very heavy, because it can cause your tractor to just whip Hey, Rockhound, what's up? Were you on the server? How's it go over there? At some point, I gotta shut that down so we can get those extra licenses on it. Oh, that's pretty good. I probably got 3 or 4 fields to spray myself before I can plow them up. Oh, I don't doubt it, Darren, because you know, Willow River is not flat, as you know, and MR is just a wee bit aggressive on them hills, I think. I upped the server count from 8 to 10. They need to shut the server down to basically restart it so that it'll pick up the extra licenses. Because last night we had 8 folks in, and it didn't include, well, there for a while that included me, but I would have made 9 there for a bit, and if I think there was a couple other guys that could have jumped in, so that would have been, you know, 10 or more. So it wasn't that big of a deal to up the count, other than, I guess, needing to shut the server down. I don't know how many were in tonight at peak. I saw, I think I saw 5 or so at the most when I was checking it out, but I never got in. But that's also why it's good that we try not to camp out, so to speak, in there. You know, try not to log in and just stay there, even though you're not actually doing something. So they had sent me an email saying that if they needed to shut the server down, they wanted to coordinate that. I said, that's cool. I was like, you know, let's see if we can maybe schedule it so I can make sure all the players are out and save the game and just turn it off. Let you all do your thing, and then I can start it back up. I haven't heard back yet, but they may have emailed me. So I know that there's, I know there aren't too many people in early in the morning when I get up. So I might just shut it down at that point, and then let them know that, yeah, they can do whatever they need to do, and let me know, and then I can turn it back on. So this is a fairly big field. It's 6 hectares. Gives you a good representation of how big 23 is. Alright, check you later. I think the video quality looks real good today. A couple weeks ago it was pretty bad on the stream. I don't know what was going on. So it looks nice and crisp today. Yes, Simon. Willow River is released. It's over at PCSG. Maybe Kiwi, if he's still around, or Darren can link it to you. No problem. If they don't get it linked here in a minute or so, I'll get it to you. Just gonna pull it up real quick. There you go. Oh, I thought I had you as a special privilege. There. I took care of that for you, Darren. Didn't even notice you didn't have a wrench next to your name. I guess this tractor may be a little undersized for the seeder. You zoom out, it looks like it's really undersized. It just looks really undersized, doesn't it? Alright guys, well what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it up here. It's getting a little late. I'm going to finish this field out, and then I'm going to head off to bed. But thank you for coming out and watching. Like I said, tomorrow I plan on streaming again. Same general time frame, around 9:30 Eastern. And not sure if we'll be on the Italia map, harvesting some corn or sunflowers. Or we'll be on the Germantown map, maybe fertilizing, maybe plowing. Not sure what's going to bring there. So until next time, guys, happy farming.